If I add up all the nights I've spent in Osaka, it probably comes to more than a month, but we'll go with 30 days just for the sake of the title. So the obvious places to stay in Osaka, the first one is Namba, which is down in the south of the city. This is the famous downtown area. You've got Dotonbori, you've got the bridge with Glico Running Man on the sign up next to the river. So the plus points about staying in this area, this is really the heart of the city. You've got some of the best food in the whole of the city. You're really spoilt for choice. It's like you're going to run out of time before you run out of food options. It's also got really the best shopping, I think, in the city, but the downside with that is, of course, you get tons of tourists and you can always find most of China is with you when you come to this place. So in terms of transport, Namba is very good. You've got access to Kansai Airport on a direct train. You've also got the Midosuji subway line, which gets you up to Osaka Station very quickly, as well as Shinosaka Station, so you can get out and get onto the Shinkansen without too much trouble. I think the downsides, though, it's very noisy, it's super crowded, it gets very stressful if you spend a lot of time in this area. At least that's how I feel. I've spent maybe 5 or 6 nights here and I always think I don't really want to stay here again. But if you don't have any choice, that's okay. But I think there is a good alternative, and that is to stay in Tennoji, which is also on the south side of the city. I think this is maybe the smart alternative to Namba. It's less claustrophobic, there's a lot more space. I think it's more scenic. You've got the zoo that's right there, and you've got a lot of shiny buildings that have been built in the past. I think it's about maybe 10 years. So in terms of transport for Tennoji, I think it's just as good as Namba. You've got a connection to the Midosuji subway line, again, Osaka and Shinosaka you can go to. You've got a direct connection also to Kansai Airport using JR rather than Nankai. And you've also got a connection to the JR Loop line, so you can get around the outside of Osaka very easily too. Sometimes the subway isn't what you need, so it may be a little bit better than staying in Namba. So big features of Tennoji, apart from the zoo, you've got the Abeno Haruka's building, which is a very modern building. It used to be the tallest in Japan. It's 300 meters tall. So like with that really tall building, you've got a lot of shiny hotels in this area. And I think probably the best of these is the Osaka Marriott Miyako. And this means you'll get not just the luxury, you'll get fantastic views of this bit of Osaka and also beyond, because it's very high up, obviously. In this southern part of the city, you've also got my favorite hotel in Osaka, and that is Hotel Sobil. I think it's Anyway, Hotel Sobil we'll go for. I'll put the pin in the description anyway. But I love this hotel. It's very colourful. The breakfast is fantastic. But best of all, in terms of location, it's a little bit more removed from Namba, but it's still very close. So you get a quieter neighbourhood. It's still very local and very authentic, right? It's not kind of gentrified or anything. But you've got Namba right there, so you can just hop back in very quickly and take advantage of all the fantastic food culture down there and all the, kind of hustle and bustle if you want that. But you're not actually staying there, so it doesn't ever get overwhelming. So Hotel Sobio might look a little bit far away from Namba, but it's not. It's only 4 minutes on the train. It's got Kintetsu line connections, it's got a subway connection, and it's also got JR connection to the loop line as well. So basically it's another world, but it's only 4 minutes on the train to get into Namba. So I'll put the link, like I said, to that down in the description. Now, if you're finding this video useful, then I'm sure you'll love my free insider email. I pack it full of Japan travel advice, destination recommendations, and also hidden gems that I don't normally talk about in my videos. Go and check out the pinned comment for the link to sign up, or you can scan the QR code on screen now. Okay, next, another obvious area that people stay when they come to Osaka is in Umeda, and this is basically the name for the area around Osaka Station. So one of the things with Umeda is it's quite busy, a lot like Namba. You've got really good, decent food options here. It is kind of like the second downtown in Osaka, so it is a bit shiny, especially the northern side of Osaka Station has the Umekita area, and that's all just like fantastic brand new developments. I think because it's still built up and because it's very busy, this is probably not the best place for you to stay. It's also a bit pricey as well. When I looked into the hotels, I was quite shocked. Now, I think there is a better alternative again to staying in Umeda, and that is to go a little bit south to the Yodoyabashi and Nakanoshima area, just sort of south of the river. Now, thing is here, down in this area, you've got much better scenery. So next to the river, it's kind of quite green. Surprisingly for Osaka, I always think it's kind of grey and concrete, a lot like Tokyo, but it's not. You've got fantastic access to the subway. It's close to Osaka Station. It's like a couple of minutes. And the same thing, it's also much closer to Osaka than Namba as well. So that's good. It's a little bit more upmarket here. You've got old-fashioned buildings that are kind of maybe 100 years old. They look a bit kind of Western. That's because maybe I think the banks used to be around here and other kind of import-related businesses. I think in this area, the best that you can do is the APA Hotel. I'll put a link in the description, obviously. It's fantastic staying around here at night because you can go out and walk along the river, and it doesn't really feel like Osaka. It's very, very different to the Namba area. So go check it out. If you want the ultimate in scenery, then I think you need to stay near Osaka Castle. I don't normally recommend Osaka Castle because it's reconstructed, it's just made of concrete, it's got an elevator inside, for goodness sake. But the thing is, this is probably the greenest area you'll find in Osaka. If you want to have a view of the castle, then of course you need to stay over here, but you've also got really good connections. I was quite surprised. You've got the JR Loop line, obviously, because it's got its own stop for the castle. You've also got good connections to the subway. Now, Kyobashi is one of my favourite areas in Osaka. There are quite a lot of good food options actually there. It's not really its own downtown, but it is sort of almost as good. Anyway, I mean, you can always get on the loop line and get down to somewhere else or just take the subway to Namba if you want the best of the food. But still, staying up here is, of course, what you want to do if you want good scenery. Now, the downside, of course, of staying up here is you don't have a direct connection to Shin Osaka, which is where the Shinkansen comes in, the bullet train. It's not really such a big deal. You probably maybe want to take a taxi. It's a bit of a faff to get across to Shin Osaka from here. You kind of take the loop line and then change at Osaka, go up. Maybe you don't want to do that, just get a taxi. It'd be a lot easier. If you do want to stay here, though, I think the very best place you can get is the Hotel New Otani. It's got fantastic views of Osaka Castle. And of course, you've still got good food right on your doorstep if you want to go out into a little bit of a less busy area than Namba. So that's what I think about where to stay in Osaka. Check the links in the description and I'll see you next time. Cheers.